I don't have a degree in music. You know, I'm not well trained in music, but I can't remember a moment without music in my life. And I love that. Music just, it gives me a way to tell God how much I love Him. Now, I was a rebellious child. I couldn't live off of somebody else's experiences. I had to experience stuff for my own. I had a mother who, she did not take up for me. And now that I'm older, I appreciate that, but that was hard growing up. I was withdrawn. I was very shy. If I got upset or mad, I'd go and bang, 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 bang on the piano. And so that was a means of expression for me, music. When I was old enough and could get away from the house, I moved into Philly, into my own apartment. I went to a church in Philadelphia. B. Sam Hart was the pastor. And I played for the church and directed the music program for 13 years. He started doing mission trips, and they got an invitation to go to Baltimore. And so I went with them and played for the crusade. And the last night of the crusade, this young man comes forward to rededicate himself to Christian service.
We are God's alternatives. We are the ones who serve notice on this generation that the kingdom of God is alive and well. We are His divine nature.
I just marvel now when I look back to those days. That was in 1968. The first assignment B. Sam Hart gave to Tony Evans was to go to South America to be the lead man for a crusade they wanted to do there. We were invited as a part of the team, the trio. I played the piano for the crusade, we sang, and Tony was the lead guy. When we got off the plane in Georgetown, South America, Tony Evans came up to me and he said, "I've got somebody I want you to meet." And it was Lois. I was there at the very beginning of it. I mean, he just knew that he knew that he knew that she was the one for him. And that's how he moved. It was exciting to me that they invited me to play for their wedding. I have always felt the need for family. And while I did not have the biological family that I would have hoped for, the Lord has just given me family. That's why I feel as I do about the Evans family. I worked for the American Bible Society for 10 years, and they wanted me to move to New York and to take a bigger position there, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that. Well, after I left, Tony Evans came to our church in Philly. We all, as young people, we all took him out to dinner afterwards, and we always wanted to fellowship with him. And so he would ask everybody, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" When he asked me, I told him I didn't know what I was going to be doing. His words were, "We need to get you in Dallas." He recommended me for a job down here in Dallas for an independent oil company. Well, for the first 6 weeks that I moved to Dallas, I stayed with them. Lois, to her wonderful credit, took me in as a member of the family. I sat around the table with them. The children eventually came to call me Aunt Jo, which I also loved. the independent oil company. I worked for them for a year and maybe a year and a half, but they went belly up. Tony Evans was starting Tony Evans Ministries, which is what it was known at that time. He knew that I was looking for work after I left the oil company, and he would say to me, well, I need an administrative assistant. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do something different. From time to time, he said, how's the job hunt doing? I said, not finding anything. Well, I need an administrative assistant. No, I don't want to do that. So that went on several times. And he said it to me one more time, and I said, oh, okay. 1 month later is when I met the general manager of KCBI. The Lord knew I didn't know. I didn't know. I wouldn't have waited so long, but it was in His timing. And I was with KCBI for 23 years. So I had an interview with Carl Singer, and he told me what it entailed. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about radio. So he said, no, but you know people, and we can teach you radio. And so he and I co-hosted together for, I can't remember how long, but a while. Then he decided to retire. Then for over the next 15 years probably, that I had the talk show and was able to decide what guests I wanted to bring in, what topics I wanted to talk about. It was a wonderful time of learning. It was interacting with people, and it was the most beautiful thing in my life, ever. And I'm so grateful to the Lord for bringing me through those 23 years. Throughout the day, music, especially the old hymns, come to me, and sometimes an answer to something I'm looking for comes to me in a hymn or a song. It's so amazing to look back on it and to even think about it now. I received a call from a pastor in Philadelphia asking me if I would come and play for their church. Tony Evans came to our church in Philly. I moved to Dallas. Carl Singer came to Tony's office. I met them there, and that's how I came to KCBI. Music just, it's done some wonderful things for me, and I'm thankful for that gift.